Hi everyone, Carrie from down in Texas. So it's Labor Day weekend, and our president is still on holiday. He's been on vacation for 2 weeks. The vice president, she's just, I don't even know what she is. She's just trying to get herself a promotion. And all of those that support those two, what are they doing to help the American people this weekend? What is happening? People can't buy food. People are losing their homes. People are losing their jobs. And yet, our leadership is nowhere to be seen. Why aren't they fixing things now? It's very, very obvious, based just solely upon their actions and their words, or their inaction and their lack of words, that they don't care about the American people. They're too busy having all of the perks in holding the positions that they are, and they've done nothing but destroy the American economy, the American middle class. People are dying. They've had soldiers die. The border is open. Our enemies are flooding in and plotting to destroy us. We're headed into September. Well, we're in September now, which is the hardest time of the year, I think, for most Americans, because we remember what happened and how we were attacked in September, and yet we have no leadership. The only thing that we see from our leaders is that he's under an umbrella sunbathing, and he's been there on vacation for 2 weeks. And Kamala is trying to do everything she can to get elected, but she can't even have a conversation with a reporter and answer questions without her baby blanket, her big support animal next to her, her big white blankie, and notes. And yet she wants to be the leader of the free world. And her people can't put food on the table. They're losing their homes. This is every day. This is not occasionally. This is every day. People are making decisions that whether they pay this bill or don't pay this bill because they have to have food, and the creditors aren't helping. They're just taking advantage of the situation and changing interest rates on the credit cards to gouge the American people. And yet they just continue to be unavailable. If you agree with this message, if you agree that we have no leadership right now, and make our voices heard, that we demand to see leadership, we demand to see somebody sitting in the White House doing their job, because after all, he said the reason he was staying was so he could finish his job. Well, no, that's not why he's staying. He's staying for the last 4 months so he can take advantage of all of the perks of being president, going on holiday, taking his family everywhere, on, may I add, on our money, on our taxpayers' dime. The American government and the American leadership is an absolute laughingstock across the world. Go look at the news in England. Go look at the news in Australia. Even go look at the news in China, and they're saying the same thing. It's a disgrace. It is an absolute disgrace. And they're just nowhere to be found. We are in the most contentious election for president, and we have no leadership. The temperature of the country is about to explode, and yet we have no leadership, no calming, not even people within the party, not even people in Congress. The only one we're hearing from are the Republicans. They're the ones that are showing more leadership than the current administration. And the current administration, by the way, has had, in the last 12 years, they've been in power 8 with Obama and 4, so 12 of the last 16 years, this party has been in power, and this is why we find ourselves in the situation that we are in today. Americans not being able to buy their food, Americans not being able to stay in their homes, Americans not being able to buy homes, and rent has tripled across the nation, and yet nothing. Nothing. They're both a disgrace. Absolutely both a disgrace. They're a disgrace to those that put them in power because they are not leading. They have completely and totally checked out. Both of them, Harris and Biden. This is why 54% of the American people are ready to get you out of office, because you don't do your job. You're only concerned about keeping your place and your position, and all of those that support you keeping their place and their position and their money. But you don't care about the people that today can't go buy a gallon of milk because they have no money to go buy it, because their credit cards are already maxed out. That's the true state of the economy. And it is your fault. You own it, both of you, for your complete and total failure. Complete and total failure. You add that on top of the fact that you stole the position, and you wonder why the American people have had it. That's why. We all need to make our voices heard. That we are done. And we demand to see leadership. We have September, October, November, and December, 4 months, actually 4.5 months, before any president is takes the oath of office. Is he going to stay on holiday for the next 4.5 months? He needs to be removed. Unfortunately, that would mean she would be in leadership, and that's even worse, because she has not one characteristic of a president does she have. Not one. She can't even carry on a conversation without notes. How is she going to be in international talks with international leaders? Give me a break. Joe Biden, you need to get off your vacation and get back to your job. And I wish I could say the same thing to Camilla, but she hasn't done anything, so she's just going to continue to live off the American people. That's the state of the nation. That's the state of where we are right here on Sunday, Labor Day weekend, 2024. I'd like you to explain how to all the American people who can't buy food why you are still on vacation.